Hey you guys, it's Melanie from Hometown Paints, and I wanted to come on here today and paint with you guys. So I'm going to turn the camera down for a minute so you can see what I'm painting. And we are going to work on some pink pumpkins, and I got some new pink paint, and I want to try to make a cute pink pumpkin. The first thing I'm going to use is a folk art paint that's called Linen. And I just ordered all these paints. I don't know what got into me, but let me make sure this is in a good place. There we go. I just felt like this needed to get some paint that was like kind of muted, that was lighter colors. I don't know what got into me, but I kind of like it. So I'm using this to do that buffalo plaid that I like to do, and I'm using a flat brush. This size that you're going to choose is just however wide you want your plaid to be, however wide you want your lines to be. That's how big your brush should be. Hope that makes sense. I'm painting on a canvas today, and it's a small canvas. It's like a 6x6, I think. And it's kind of thick, kind of wide, so that you don't have to hang it. You can just set it on a shelf. And I'm just freehanding my lines. Not stressing about if they are wobbly or anything like that. If they're not perfect, we're not going to worry about it. So how are y'all doing today? Hi, Elizabeth. She said, happy Friday. I'm trying to bring this up on my iPad so I don't have to keep looking in a weird place. Hopefully it's right. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad it's Friday. Today is actually my brother's birthday. And I don't think he ever pays attention to my page. But he is 25 today, y'all, which makes me feel like I'm 100. He is 18 years younger than me. I was 18 when he was born. Hey, Courtney, good morning. Glad you're joining. Yeah, so it's me and my sister, who's like 5 years younger than me, and then my only brother, who's 18 years younger than me. All right, so I have all the lines going that direction. I'm going to turn it around and do lines going this direction. So, how many brothers and sisters do you guys have? I had to wait a long time to get a brother. I can't believe he's 25 years old. Crazy. And I'm not worrying too much on this paint. I'm not worrying like if it doesn't like completely cover. I kind of like that look. Now I drove through town this morning, and our town decorates for like breast cancer awareness. All the businesses decorate the front of their building. I'm having trouble talking today, y'all. I can't think and paint. Maybe it's too early. But anyways, I took my kid to school this morning, and like there was pink everywhere. And I've been thinking of doing a big pink pumpkin door hanger, but I hadn't done it yet. And I knew I needed to come in here and paint with y'all, and I got this new pink, and I painted with it yesterday. But I thought, hey, maybe I need to paint a pink pumpkin. Elizabeth said, no sisters, tried to get my dad and stepmom to adopt when I was How many brothers do you have then? You must have a lot of brothers. I guess I was happy with my sister for the, you know, I wasn't begging for anything, but once we knew that mom was going to have another baby, we were like, we need a boy. We need a boy. And now I have 2 boys. It's like I'm like, there's boys everywhere. All right, so I can pick this up and like put it in the back of my hand like this. All this paint's wet, and kind of paint the sides. So I just took those lines all the way down around the edges, and what I'm gonna do so it doesn't look weird is just do one line like this all around, so it still kind of looks like it's plaid. And like I said at the beginning, you can hang this up or you can set it on a shelf, like a porch, not a porch, a shelf sitter. Can't talk this morning, it's too early. Should have done this live later. So all I've used so far is Folk Art brand paint, and it's called Linen. And that's not down far enough, so I'm gonna fix it. So that was easy, right? No big deal. I just used a flat brush, and I don't even know what size this is because it's just a cheap brush, but it's flat, so it'll make that good line. And then the width of it right here, I just picked this one because I knew I wanted my lines to be that wide. So I'm just gonna, somebody's texting me. I'm just gonna put that in my water, and I'm gonna blow dry this for half a second. Hang on. All right, that's gonna have to work. All right, so I ordered all this folk art paint, and I don't know what got into me. Like, this is called Succulent, and I was like, ooh, that sounds pretty. This one's called Vintage Tea Rose. I got Gentle Violet. So for some reason, my bright colors, I just wanted to put them away. So I'm gonna get some of this Vintage Tea Rose out and some Gentle Violet, and we're gonna paint us a pink pumpkin for breast cancer awareness, because everybody else is. Everybody in my town has everything decorated. Well, it says violet, but it's kind of purple. I don't know if you can see that well. I flipped the camera, so it's weird. All right, let's see. I'm gonna get my favorite little angle brush. That's a hot mess because I don't clean it like I'm supposed to. It's all frayed out. But I'm gonna take this pink and I'm trying to figure out where I want this pumpkin. I'm gonna put it over on this side. And when you draw a pumpkin, it's kind of like 2 letter C's. A backwards one and a normal one. Kind of like an apple. And then when you fill in your paint, you fill it in the direction of the curve. So since we're on this side, it's curved this way. And on this side, we're going to curve it this way. I don't use folk art paint all the time. I use deco art paint a lot, but folk art paint seems to cover pretty good, y'all. Like, that's pretty clear coverage. I'm gonna dip, I didn't wash my brush out. I'm gonna dip into this other color, which was Gentle Violet, and put some streaks in there and see what that looks like. I don't know. I'm just testing this out, y'all. I don't know if I like it or not. I think I need some white. It's not looking like I want it to. So I made some of these the other day, and it had a black plaid background, and then like my pink pumpkin was very pink. It was very bright. So I'm trying to make one that is kind of muted with my new paint colors. I don't know. I think I'm expecting that purple to really stand out, but it's not going to, so. So do you guys have any, let's see, Elizabeth said you really like folk art paint. I think I do too. Like this Dutch Aqua, I used it all last year in like a million different things. So I have a million tubes of that. And I never really much paid attention to like, I don't know, it never kind of stood out for me, but I kind of like it. Might be my new fave. I'm just going to keep, you could do this all day. I'm just going to keep going back and forth between the pinks and the whites and the purple and adding these streaks in until I get to a point where I like it. And the thing is too, like you might want to, if it's just mixing a whole lot, then you can let it dry and go back and add some more on top. So I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. I didn't get my brown out. Where's my brown? Here's the brown. This is deco art. So wash my brush out. And I don't know. I'm going to put that back up. Do we want like a twirly, swirly stem on our pumpkin? I'm trying to decide if that's what I want. Should we do that or just a normal one? Y'all tell me what you think. Swirly, swirly, or normal? I'm going to get a drink while y'all are... Elizabeth says twirl. Yeah, I think you're right. All right, so I changed brushes. I got a... lose my words again. I got one of these kind of brushes. A round brush. Whew. Okay. And I'm just going to use the point and kind of draw with it, okay? And use it like a pencil. I'm just holding it down here like you would a pencil. And I'm going to kind of make a curvy line. I think I should have curved it that way. Oh well. And so it's almost like a triangle. Or like when I've taught this before, I said it's kind of like a Hershey Kiss, but it's like tilted. And you just kind of fill it in. And then we're still holding out like a pencil. I'm going to bring this to a point. And then just start doing some curly cues. And then that was running out of paint, so I'm just going to go back. There we go. Not bad, I think. All right, so I think what forgot this part. Jeez. I need to put like some brown, I'm getting paint all over me. So I'm going to do this quick, so I need to turn it loose. I'm going to hold the end of the paintbrush and add these lines in here. Somebody called them pumpkin lumps. Just to give it a little bit of definition, make it look slightly more three-dimensional. There we go. Then I know I want some little leaves. So I've got something called Villa Green, and then I've got this succulent color. I think I gotta get this succulent color out. I think they name these things names that just make you like want to purchase it, right? You're like, ooh, I need that because it's called that. Let's see. When in reality, it's just kind of a mint color. I think I like it though. I'm also trying to decide if I need to paint some flowers on here. Should I paint some flowers down at the bottom? Y'all let me know. Those are very close. I don't know if you can see the difference between them. Not really, the lighting's not that great. Okay, so I'm just gonna use that same little round brush. Elizabeth said, yes, flowers. Okay, then I need to know what color flowers. I've got this teal, which is like kind of bright, and then I've got two different blues that I could use. So blue or teal or both, y'all. All right, so let's do some simple little, and all my paint's wet, so I'm just kind of dragging whatever color's underneath it through there. Hey, Erica. Thank you. I love painting pumpkins. I don't know if I'm the best at it, but they are fun and they make me happy. So I paint them all the time. And it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so thought we'd paint a pink one with my new muted color paint from Folk Art. And I also can't talk well this morning. It's too early on Friday. It's been a week, y'all. My 15-year-old got his permit this week, and I'll have to tell you a story about how crazy that day was. It was rough. Got my hair done this week. Today's my brother's birthday. It's October. I don't know. Crazy, crazy. All right. Just a little simple green leaves, nothing crazy. I'm gonna take this lighter color and see it's too wet. Okay, so flowers. Do we think blue flowers? Is that weird? Or do we think, I guess I could use this teal. I don't want it to look like a dentist office. What do y'all think? Teal, blue, or both? Heck. Let's see what this. Sometimes that happens. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna paint this, and then I paint it, and I'm like, those were not good colors. Like, that's not a good color combination. I feel like I'm at the dentist. That is like a, I don't know. I think I like that. I've been using this darker one. All right, if I throw some blue on here, was it gonna look like a magenta? Okay, look. That's kind of what I was. What about wildberry and royal fuchsia? Is that too much pink? I've got coral blush. Oop. I don't y'all. This is my problem. I got eraser stuff on my painting. How did that happen? Okay, so even though I'm gonna get this out. I said it wasn't gonna be bright, but here we go. Probably should have shook that up more. Get some of this out. That is bright. Now get some of this out. Okay, we're just winging it, y'all. I don't know what's happening here. I never have things planned out when I come out on live with you. Erica said, oh yes, I love the wild berry. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Even though it's very watery. Okay, I don't like how this is just like hanging out here on the bottom. So even though my pumpkin's still probably wet, I'm just going to start adding the outline of the flowers and then filling it in so I can figure out how many I want and how big I want them and where I want them. You just kind of draw out the outline and fill it in. And I don't like having even number things on my paintings, so we're gonna put 3. And I can go back and put some of those leaves in there. Okay, so they don't look like flowers yet, do they? They look like big blobs. Thank you, Angel. Y'all are so sweet. Okay, so I've still got all that paint in my brush. That's still wet paint. I'm going to dip into one of these other pink colors and start adding it in. Now you're kind of making, I like to hold my brush at the end of the brush so I can make loose marks, and you're kind of going in like choppy little circles around the flower. I'm going to dip into some white so you can start to see some of this better. And you always want to leave like a little hole almost, because you need the, like the center. You're kind of going around the center. And all this paint is so wet. Ooh, that was a lot. It just kind of mixes up on there, and I don't know. You just do what you like. So at this point, you could get the hairdryer out and dry this and then like add more on top of it, or you can just kind of keep going and see what happens. But it's all going to mix. I just threw some of that coral in there. If you get it to a point where you're like, I love that, I don't want it to look any different, then don't put any more paint on it. Seems like common sense, but sometimes you just get carried away. Like I'm kind of feeling this one right here. I'm gonna blow dry it. So, sorry, I know that's loud. I kind of like what is happening right there where it looks like layers. But what I'm realizing is that those colors are so bright and crazy and everything else is not. I need to add some of this pink back in there. Some of the original pink. Maybe I could add a blue touch of the strokes at the end. Yeah, I think you might be right. I might try that. You know what? I think I'm going to get the palette knife out. First, I'm going to try to add some of this pink and see what happens. Because I don't want to just use this lighter pink, because then it'll just blend in with the pumpkin. I said I like that, but here I go. Okay, and I'm going to go back to that original color and add some more. The wild berry, I think it was. And then, y'all, I'm going to get the palette knife out. Well, almost. First, I need some little leaves with my flowers. And I already got green out. So let's give this one a leaf. Leaves, in my imagination, are kind of shaped like footballs. Not all of them, but you know, it's an easy way to get you a leaf out there. Let's see, this one's gonna be over here. So that's really light. Can you see that? And I'm going to put some of this brown in the centers. And it doesn't have to be a perfect shape. It's a flower, so that helped that a little bit. Thanks, Elizabeth. You never know. And I'm not sure if it's beautiful yet, but okay. So let's see. This paint is still kind of wet. I got my palette knife out. I'm going to see what happens if I stick some blue in there. Did y'all see? Well, on my personal page, I posted some pumpkins that I did last year. And they have all kinds of colors in them. And I kind of love them. I love them. I'm putting this on the very back of my palette knife and just barely dragging it across. And I could be a little more heavy-handed and less careful if this paint was dry, but it's not. All right. What do we think of that? Is that too crazy? Too crazy? I don't know. I don't know. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it, because if I hate this in a little while, I can paint over it. And everything will be fine. I'm going to palette knife some white on here on my pumpkin. That was a lot. I get to talking and don't pay attention and make a mess. I'm going to put a little highlight up here on the stem. I'm gonna put some on the leaves. Yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling those roses. I don't know. Something looks weird to me about it. I don't like it. What if... Alright, first of all, I'm going to dry it. And I think I'm going to do that because that was too much white. And I don't know, y'all. I'm not feeling these. They're too bright. So what if I take this and mix it with that? Just make up a new color. I don't know. That's got blue mixed in it. I had to stop talking and paint. There's a ton of paint on these, and that's okay. Maybe I should have made them purple. All right. I don't know. Let's get some white. Rough it up a little bit. I'm not used to using these colors is what it is. Like, they're all new and like this, I don't, I guess I didn't even realize it, but I guess I use bright colors a lot. So like, I don't know what to do with these. And I think I might palette knife some of that brown around the edges. Since there's already brown in it. Like I thought about something shiny, like a gold or something. Something glittery. But I don't know if this is glitter. This needs glitter. I don't know. What do y'all think? Alright, so y'all just went down the journey of using new paint that I've never used before with me. And I'm not sure how I feel about this. I did it for a breast cancer awareness thing because all my town is all pinked up for breast cancer awareness. And I was trying out my new paint. So if you didn't see the whole thing, go back to the beginning and I talked about the paint a little bit. It's folk art paint. And it's new muted colors and I wasn't sure how I wanted that to, or how that was going to turn out. So I've already painted over part of this twice. Let's see. Angel said that looks beautiful and cozy. Okay, that's what we want. It's cozy. That's right. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm gonna move you up. And, woo, I did put on makeup this morning. If you are local and you would like to paint one of these barn quilts, that party is coming up in October and it's at the Hampton Inn. And you still have time to sign up for that. We're only taking 16 seats, 16 people for that one from now on, just to keep things like, that's what we need to do. But I'm trying to think how many people have signed up. I think 3 people have signed up. So there's 13 seats left for this. It is on wood. It's on a piece of wood. And I will draw all of this out for you. So basically when you come in, I'm going to tell you to pick your colors. Oh, excuse me. They're kind of heavy. I'm going to tell you to just go to you can pick 2 colors or 3 colors or 4 colors. And then I'm going to walk you through how to paint it. And it's really not that hard, y'all. And it looks pretty cool. Like, I don't know. I just love these things and I can't. I've painted 3 so far and I can't stop painting them. But if you're local, then that's coming up in October. What else I want to say? My schedule's filling up kind of crazy fast. So if you're thinking that you might want to book a paint party with me before Christmas, I did post my available dates in some pictures sometime this week. So it's floating around on my page somewhere. But if you are wanting to do that, please get with me soon. Even if it's in December, y'all, please get with me soon. Because I'm booking up. Like, there was somebody who wanted a Friday, and I only had 3 Fridays available between now and January. And none of those worked for her, so she was like, what about March? Well, everybody in my family's birthday's in March, and one of them's they're all on Fridays. So I was like, well, I only have 2 Fridays available in March. So I don't know. Things are just getting a little bananas, but I'm happy about it. I'm really excited. So if you're local and want to do this, let me know. And you can go to my website and sign up for that. There's 13 seats left. And I did have somebody reach out to me who is not local and wanted to learn how to do this. So tell me that also. If there's something that I'm teaching locally, like at an in-person paint party, and you guys would love to learn how to do it as well, but you're like, I can't come to Tennessee, tell me, and I will. If there's enough people, then I'll offer like an online paint party for it. And the way that works is once you pay, it'll be a little cheaper because you're having to buy all the supplies yourself, and I'm just providing like information and teaching it to you. But I'd put you in a private group, and all the stuff you need to go buy your wood and to prep your wood and all that stuff would be in that group, and I'll do videos to like show you how to do it and all that good stuff. But yeah, so tell me if you're interested in that. I do think I want to do like an online Halloween paint party sometime for everybody to have access to, because I have my membership, and so I've been like focusing all my energy on my membership, which is an online painting membership. So they've been getting all my like Halloween stuff and like pumpkin stuff. So I don't want to forget about you guys, and thank you for being here. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you have a great Friday. Be kind to everybody, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. And y'all have a good day.